I remember the day everything shattered like glass beneath my feet. How my best friend, the one I trusted with every secret, with my future, turned around and stole it all. She whispered in my ear, smiling, pretending to be my confidant, while behind my back she fed my dreams to a rival company. She convinced my cousin, my own family, to invest in her betrayal, convincing him that I was a disaster, that I failed before I even had the chance to prove myself. The humiliation was unbearable. My name, my reputation, the years I'd poured into that vision, all of it reduced to a joke. I was cast aside, humiliated in front of everyone I cared about. They said I'd never recover, that I was a fool to trust, that I was a disgrace to my family, a failure destined to crawl back into obscurity. But inside, something refused to die. My heartbreak burned into a fierce fire. I remember sitting alone in that dark room, feeling the sting of betrayal, the weight of shame. I could have let it destroy me, let their words drown my spirit. Instead, I chose to channel that pain into a weapon, an unrelenting drive that refused to be broken. I abandoned the path I once thought was my destiny. I started from scratch, fueled by the scars of betrayal. I poured every ounce of my anger into relentless innovation. I dissected my original idea, reimagined it, refined it into something revolutionary. I knew I had to outshine her betrayal, not just to prove her wrong, but to reclaim my dignity. Years slipped by as I toiled in obscurity, but every setback only hardened my resolve. I worked tirelessly, transforming chaos into clarity. When I finally launched my new product, it wasn't just an upgrade. It was a revelation. It surpassed every expectation, outperforming the efforts of my rivals with a level of excellence that stung the industry. The breakthrough came when investors, those who had once doubted me, started to notice. Partnerships flowed in like a flood, and suddenly I was no longer the former victim, but the unstoppable force. My reputation flourished, built on resilience and relentless pursuit of greatness. I had turned my pain into power, my betrayal into my greatest catalyst. And then there was the moment of quiet justice, a confrontation that needed no words. I returned home, not as the broken girl I once was, but as someone who had risen from the ashes of betrayal. I stood before those who doubted me, those who cast me aside, with a calm confidence that cut deeper than any shouting match ever could. I looked into their eyes, those familiar faces that once doubted my worth, and I saw the truth reflected back. Betrayal can be a catalyst. Failure can be a stepping stone, and pain can forge an unbreakable spirit. My success wasn't just about business. It was about reclaiming my story. They thought they had destroyed me, but what they didn't understand was that betrayal only fueled my fight. I became unstoppable, not just in the industry, but within myself. My comeback was a silent reminder: no one owns your potential but you. And when you rise unbreakable, the world will have no choice